Hello Aries and welcome. This is your money and career guidance for the next month or so with me, Julie Poole. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, my beautiful people, we are going to dive straight in and just crack on and see what is going on for you with money and career for the next month for my Aries. What's going on, please, from mid-October to mid-November in terms of money and career. We're in a very strong time of change, okay? Big stuff. We're in eclipse season now. Okay, what's going on? Money and career, please. We've got building blocks, never-ending story, and community. Okay, all right. Bottom of the deck, chop wood. We're going to take that as well. And then we have milk and honey. Ooh, okay, and to the sea. They want me to take that as well. You stop now? Yeah, we're stopping now. Okay, let me show you these. Then we're going to bring the camera down and add tarot. So, your first one out, building blocks. Money and career. You are trying to build your career, your income, your strength in terms of your financial security, building it up, all right? Now, whether this is about career and work or whether this is about investments and property, because I know many of my watchers don't work, you're retired, you're not interested in career, but you are interested in money. So however this applies to you, take the bits that resonate, leave the rest, you know what I mean? And this is good for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross-watching, okay? And I am open for bookings. The link is below. Enough said. Right. Building blocks. You are, see, she's scratching her head here. It's like, what do I want? Where do I want it? How am I going to do it? What am I trying to build? Should I move this here and that there? All right. Because this is why they're building blocks. They're movable. All right. Nothing is tablets of stone. Whatever job you're in, wherever your investments are invested, nothing is immovable. Everything can be shifted. So you are in this time, Aries, of figuring out what you want, where you're going, and how it's going to unfold for you in the best possible way for you. We're always looking for the best possible outcome, all right? So this is what we are wanting. Now, the never-ending story is a frustrating card of here we go again, all right? So 37, excuse me, which comes to a 10. All right, so 10s are about completion, and then we reduce that down to a 1, and so we have leadership, a fresh start, a new beginning. So something wants to finish off, all right, and it is related to the heart here, okay? So if this is career, have I been let down again in work? You know, has it been the same old issue? All right, we've got community as well. All right, so have you found yourself, Aries, moving into a job where you're having hassle and trouble with the people you work with, and you think, this happened in my last job, why is this happening again? All right, now the thing is, to be fair, in almost every job where there are other people involved, you always get the odd one or two bitching and bullying. You get the odd one or two who carry the others. You get the odd one or two who are lazy. It's normal. It happens in a community. And the thing is with the community, it's about saying, look, take the rough with the smooth. If we expect it all to be honey and roses, we're not looking at the thorns, and we're not looking at it being too sweet, and then we get fat, all right? I just say what comes out of my mouth. There's no filter here when I'm just channeling this information, all right? And they're giving me that as an example, right? Honey and roses. The honey tastes lovely. You have too much of it, it's not good for your body. It's too much. It's too sticky and sweet, and it'll upset your liver. All right, if you have too much of looking at the roses and smelling the sweet stuff, but you're not looking at the thorns, it's about taking the rough with the smooth. So the option is, for those of us, and I'm one of them, that I don't play nicely in a group. Not unless I'm in charge. I'm fine when I'm in charge. When I'm one of the group, I'm not so fine. It's just, you know, some people are much more accommodating than others, much more tolerant than others. And so, you know, I made the decision I'll work for myself, and then I haven't got to deal with that crap, which works for me. All right. If that doesn't work for you, the downside of that is it's isolating. It can be lonely. You haven't got colleagues to bounce off, you know, so there is every side of it has pros and cons, has the thorns and the sweetness. So if you are finding that you're in the same situation because of intolerance for the bullies, the idiots, the office politics and that kind of stuff, that maybe it's time for you to step out into a different job where there isn't a community or is a smaller community, or for you to change your thinking and expect there's always going to be the office idiots. I'm not going to let it get to me. But we want to change that never-ending story. Does that make sense? Okay. So we are going to chop wood. Excuse me. It's early in the morning. It is 9:10. I've been going since 8 o'clock, but my voice hasn't warmed up yet. We're chop wood. We're going to cut that out. So we're going to make some changes related to this never-ending story around community. We're going to chop it out. Now, we're either going to leave that community or say to the universe, like, help me sort it out, and the universe might remove that one particular person from the situation, which solves it for you. Or you decide you're going to go work for yourself. Now, to the sea is a cleansing card. This is about, what do I need to cleanse? You may also be with that chop wood, chopping out your own thinking about expecting to get on with everybody you work with, because I need to change that attitude. It's not serving me, and I'm going to cleanse and clear and shift that out of the way. And when I do that, the outcome is milk and honey. Happy days, all right? The rainbow is there because the rainbow comes after the storm. So it hasn't been easy, but now we're moving into a lovely, lovely time. So it's worth it, all right? So let's put these down. Let me bring the camera down. And then we're going to add in the tarot, okay? So building blocks, never-ending story about a community that we're going to chop something out, we're going to cleanse it, and then we're going to move into the milk and honey. Nice. All right. Now, for those of you not working, and this isn't related to office politics and that kind of thing. Now, this can be to do with the community that you live in, your neighbours, your neighbourhood, a community with hobbies and interests like a gym or a tennis club or something like that, all right, where there is something there that is disturbing you. Now, this is a money and career reading, and so we'll talk about that in a minute. How is this related in terms of the community? All right, so the community could be a bank that you have banked with forever, and it is time to change the bank. It may be an investment company that you've been working with forever. For those of you this is related to property, then it could be the realtor, the estate agents that you're working with. That particular firm is not getting you where you want to be. It's not shifting, never-ending story. We're not getting the house sold. It's not happening. Right, so let's get a new realtor. Let's get a new estate agent. Yes, it's that kind of thing. We're going to cleanse it. We're going to move into something new. And now I love this for you. You've got the tree of life under building blocks. This is a phenomenal combination, Aries. Really, 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 really good. All right. For those of you that don't know this card, let me show you. We have got every number there from 1 to 10, and that represents all the different minor arcana numbers. All right. We've also got the page, the knight, the king, and the queen. Okay. So that represents everything in the minor arcana of every suit. And then you have, with the Roman numerals on the gold bit, right, they represent all the numbers of the major arcana. So basically what this card says is you can have it all. You can have everything that you need. This is the tree of life. You can grow and build what it is that you want to grow and build. You have all the tools at your disposal. Love that for you, Aries. Love that. I mean, it doesn't come out very often. And so it's a very special thing when it does. And when it's under building blocks, this is the universe saying, we meant what we said. This is time for you to be able to build what you want to build. It's like a little architect, you know. If you've ever seen one of those blueprint architectural drawings, like when there's planning permission for a new building and you've got the outline, an architect can like just rub out that line and make that building over there a little bit wider or a bit narrower. They can shift and change it. And this is what I'm seeing for you. You are the architect of your life. What do you want to shift and change in terms of money and career? Because you can. You're in this incredible energy. Over the next month, you see, we're in eclipse season now. As we move into this weekend, I'm recording this on the 10th of October. So we're coming into the new moon solar eclipse on Saturday. And the new moon is about what do I want to manifest and create. And the eclipse is what's eclipsing out, right? And it's a beautiful alchemy of I need to end something in order to create something new. So you're making some shifts here in terms of your money and career. Wow. Just in case we missed the message about shifts and changes, here comes the World card, which is the final card in the major arcana. It is the completion of this never-ending story. This is the time to chop it out, cleanse, clear, because this is done. This is done. I am so over it, is what I'm hearing. I am so over it. I am moving on, right? This is a very, very strong ending, beginning. Whatever it is that you want to end and begin. And the Two of Wands, a card of new doors opening for you, new energy, new portals. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? The world is my oyster. I have a new door opening here and I can choose now to go in a different direction. I'm making changes related to, if this is work, the team I work for or work with. If this is investments, property, money, I'm shifting it, I'm moving, I'm going with somebody else. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out there. All right, tell me more about Chopwood. Balance, right? So temperance is all about balance and harmony. So who or what is spoiling or getting in the way of or affecting the harmony and the balance? All right, if your balance is all off, then we need to make those changes. So let's find out some more. Which deck? That one. Okay, that was the Tarot Dreams. That's the Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, you want that one? Okay, all right. And now we are going with the Moon and Stars. Okay. All righty. Tell me more for my Aries about money and career, please. Money and career. For my beautiful fire sign, Aries. Okay. Strength. Page of Wands. Four of Swords. I love that. Knight of Wands. And the Nine of Cups. Oh, come on, Aries. Come on. All right. Let me just grab a mouthful of coffee. And for those of you who've given me some lovely compliments about my hair, and one lady who said, whoever did your grey blending did a wonderful job. Yes, that's what I've had done, grey blending. And it was Leon at Tony and Guy in Cardiff, UK. Made an amazing job so that my grey will just grow through nicely now. Okay, right. I know I digress, but I like to chat with you sometimes. Okay. So we have the strength under the building blocks and under that tree of life. And it says bravery, all right? Courage, confidence, being brave, going for it. Know that this is right for me. I can do this. I can do anything. This is my time. I have all the strength I need and the resilience, and I'm going for it. I'm absolutely going for it. And then we have the Page of Wands coming in. Now, the pages are always about new opportunities. And the Page of Wands is about opportunities to create something that's passionate, that you can believe in, that feels very fiery. The word on it is invention. It's creating. It's like, what do I want now? Because this is done. So I'm working out and I'm opening myself up to these opportunities that are going to head my way. All right. Now, I love this row for you because we've got the community, right? So we're talking about people around you. And the Two of Wands, which is going in a different direction, and the Four of Swords, which is recuperation. rest, recharge, healing, being able to just step back from the whole thing and go, I am so glad that's done. I am so glad that's done. So there's a big shift here going on for you, Aries, in a really, really positive way. Now, the chop word with temperance, so chop word is what are we chopping out, getting rid of, broom, fresh broom, right, all the rest of it, so that we can bring that balance and that harmony in, supported by the Knight of Wands. Now, the word on the card is immaturity. I don't always agree with the word on the cards. I'm not feeling that for this. I'm feeling that this is about you taking fiery, passionate action. We've got the Page and the Knight in the same suit. So the Page is opening up those opportunities and the Knight is then taking the action. Knights are always action cards, okay? So we're taking the action on what is going to bring me my fire and passion and my just feeling motivated and feeling really good. And it takes me to my 9 of Cups, fulfillment, a wish fulfilled, a dream come true. What do I really want in terms of my job? I want to feel fulfilled and content. I want to feel that my job has meaning, that I enjoy going into work. And yes, you can actually enjoy your job when you're aligned with, I enjoy my job. Then if you're not in a job that will bring you that joy, you'll be shifted out towards a job that will bring you that joy and fulfillment. Now, in terms of investments and property, if you've been waiting here for your community of realtors or bank people or investors to fix this for you, no, you're making the changes, you're going with a different team, and then we are seeing the results coming in. It looks amazing. Really like this in terms of money and career for you. Right, Aries, let's find out some more. Clarify these, and then we're going to look at what challenges are potentially in the way. Okay, find out some more for my Aries. Okay, no, you didn't want that one. Okay, all righty. Okay, all right. The 9 of Wands. It's been a battle weary soldier, tired, exhausted, drained, had enough. This is why it's coming to an end. I don't want this anymore. I want something easier, something better. And so I'm stepping into my Queen of Wands energy. This is me glowing up, showing up, making things happen. She is assertive. She's dynamic. She doesn't take any nonsense. She's like, nope, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. End of. So you are in that energy. She is also very attractive, not just physically, but in terms of career, in terms of getting a new job, she stands out from the crowd. People look up to her and go, wow, she's really good. Male or female, don't worry about the gender. This is also in terms of, say, property, your property being very desirable, people wanting it, people saying, if I'm trying to sell, now I am getting the attraction towards it. Okay, the Lovers card with chop wood is interesting because the Lovers is about, it can be about romantic partnership. It may be that in terms of your money, not just job but money, that your partner, your significant other needs to go. That's going to be for some of you. You know, you've been looking at this marriage or this relationship saying, why am I here? This person is draining me of my finances, of my resources. I'm keeping them. I'm paying for everything. And it's time for that to stop. It's time for that to go. Now, that's one scenario for some of you. The Lovers also talks about making a decision. All right, heart over head. So what does my heart say is right for me? Very often we'll go for a job because it's got the highest salary, but it's got a horrible community. It's like, right, the Lover says, go with your heart. Go with your heart. A good community is worth its weight in gold. A bad community is toxic. So go with your heart and not with the numbers, okay? Because she knows her worth, right? That's the thing with the Queen of Wands. She knows her worth. Important, essential, absolutely essential. They're saying that you know your worth. Because some of you have been playing it down a little bit. Sort of, oh, well, I'm lucky to have a job, so it'll do. And Yes, it's a blessing to have a job, and yes, get into that attitude of gratitude doesn't mean that we can't have something better. So you say to the universe, this or something better. Thank you for the job I do have. Thank you for something better. So we're following the heart, which will lead us to that something better. Okay, but it's also about making a decision, the lovers. This or that. This or that. And that is the same with the Two of Wands. We've got a new door. Do I want to take it? Do I want to look for a different door? What do I want to do? I need to make a decision. Okay. And the High Priestess. All right. So this is about what is unknown, unseen. Sometimes you're just not aware of it. This is about your intuition and your instincts guiding you and you trusting them. It's allowing yourself to really feel into that chop wood, really feel into it. What do I need to chop out in order to make my money or my career more stable, more secure, more fulfilling, more rich, more abundant? What do I need to do? So we're going to listen to that inner voice, that inner calling, and making decisions based on what feels good for you. All right. Now, they want you to keep it upside down. Okay, all righty. I don't normally read reversals, but if it comes out upside down, and they will tell me to correct it or not correct it. The Knight of Pentacles is a wonderful energy for money and career because it is something that is stable and secure and long-lasting. That squirrel in the tree represents that you are building something here to make sure that you can see yourself through the leaner times, putting aside money for a pension. If you are already retired, that you're investing your money wisely in terms of where your pension money is. So the Knight of Pentacles is all about stability and security and bringing that money in and that it lasts, it's solid, it's stable. It's not going to be a flash in a pan and all gone. It's going to build and accumulate. Now, it's upside down for a reason. It doesn't mean it's not coming. One of the downsides with the Knight of Pentacles is it's slow moving. Of all the knights and their action cards, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. Now it's upside down because it's saying, no, we're not waiting anymore, we're getting on with it. It's don't wait for this to build. Don't wait for your realtor to say, oh, I'll get this house sold for you in like the next week, but it's next 3 years. We're not waiting any longer. We're changing that community and we're stepping into that now. Okay. All right. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands, please. Okay. Expansion, growth, your ship's coming in, you looking at where you want to go and what you want to do. Now, for those of you with career, actually, they're saying for all of you, equally my retirees, this can be trips and travel, this can be relocation, this can be you deciding, why am I paying, for example, New York prices or London prices or Vancouver prices for property when I could move 20 miles down the road, 40 kilometers down the road, and get a house that's twice as big for half the price? You could well be looking at what are my options abroad or in a different county, a different state, because the world with the Two of Wands, this is a closing out and going in a different direction. And with the Three of Wands, this can absolutely be you're applying for a job in a completely different state or country, or you are deciding you're not going to buy a house where you are, you're going to buy a house in a different country. Like, for example, I live in the UK. Property in Spain, for example, is about, well, up to 80% cheaper than the UK, and a lot of people retire to Spain because they can live out there on much less money in much better weather in a much nicer house. So do you know what I mean? It's like, I tried it, as some of you knew. I moved out there in 2019, but I missed my children and grandchildren. I just couldn't settle, so I came back. It's not for everybody, but it is for some people, and this is a time you're looking at that. All right, so if this is about a job, looking at, do I want to move over the state line? Do I want to move over the country line into a different country? I'm looking at my options so that my ships can come in. This is a really good reading, Aries. I really like this for you. Tell me more. Okay, Seven of Wands. Courage of your convictions, holding your ground, not backing off, not backing down. 5 of Pentacles, all right, which is a card we don't want to see in a money and career reading. So the 5 of Pentacles is struggle and lack and not enough money. It is feeling left out, pushed out. So what we want to be doing here is looking at the energy around it. We've got milk and honey. We've got temperance, balance. We've got the 7 of Wands next to it under the Lovers card. Making a decision to hold your ground because something or someone has been affecting your finances, like having a useless realtor or having a partner that doesn't work and drains your resources, like having, they give me another example here, adult children or teenagers who are constantly hand out. Can I borrow that? Can you lend me? Can you bail me out? It's about saying, look, I need to protect my own doorway. The doorway is your life, your world. I need to protect me first. It's time for me to look after me and to stop constantly the handout, okay? I just feel when I look at this card for you that there's somebody around you or a few people around you with their hand out. Can you lend me? Can I have? Can I borrow? You know, for those of my retirees who've got your money invested and your adult children, oh, I'm struggling with the mortgage. Can you bail me out? And you just feel, I'm a parent of adult children. You know, of course we want to help. But the thing is, not at your own detriment. If it's going to leave you in a terrible position financially, struggling in order to help your family, you've got to really look at whether that's right for you, because there's a decision to be made on that. All right, now what are the challenges? Let's go to this deck. Okay, that was the Tarot Royale. This is the Legacy. Okay, so what's the challenges for my Aries with money and career, please? Okay, so the challenges, we've got the 8 of Wands with the 5 of Coins again. So this is the challenge. Can I move forward? This is 8 of Wands is moving forward and news, and it's a good card. But this is in the challenge position. Can I move forward from this handout? Can I have? All right, this isn't necessarily you. This can be somebody around you constantly draining your resources. Can I move on from that? Is one scenario. The second one is this might be your thinking. All right, lack mentality. There isn't enough. There's never enough. I'm always struggling. I always will struggle. If that is your thinking, because that's been your experience so far, then the problem is with that is that that's what you will continue to experience. You have to change the thinking. All right, I was brought up with a lot of poverty, and through my 20s and 30s experienced a lot of poverty. It was very difficult to change my mindset, and as long as I was in that energy, I continued to struggle. But once I changed that thinking, which I did, and I've created a lot of projects in my website, Unlock Your Block and clearing this and clearing that, then my income doubled and doubled again. But you have to align with ease and flow and abundance. All right, this is law of attraction stuff. I explain this in great detail in my book, From Hoping to Having. The link is below. But once you get out of that lack mentality, then we can move on. Okay, so this is in the challenge position. So let's just recognize it. If this is you feeling there's nothing you can do about your financial position, that it's impossible for it to move forward, because both of these are in the challenge position, lack and forward movement. Can I move on from the lack? Can I change that thinking? Because only you can do that. And it does take a bit of effort. Because when we've had that mindset of struggle and lack, I was brought, my mother was continually saying, we can't afford, we can't afford, we can't afford. It was drummed into my head. And I found myself saying that a lot as I became an adult. Oh, we can't afford this, we can't afford that. And that became my reality. So we have to shift it. That doesn't mean we become frivolous and wasteful, but it's a shift. We need to shift that. It's in the challenge position. So what's the final outcome then? Yeah, no, they don't want those. They want the animal cards. Okay, the final outcome then. Final outcome for my Aries, please. Money and career. Wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. Moth spirit, surrender now. And rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. Okay, so the wasp, we can see with that Nine of Wands, with the never-ending story, we've got some energy there that has been a bit stingy. We've been talking about potential community, bitching, office politics, bullies, all of that crap. Sometimes life stings. It's not nice. So let's own it. It's not nice. We can't dress it up. Sometimes life gives us a bit of a kick and it's hard. But what it does is it pushes us to take action and to make sure it doesn't happen again. It strengthens our resilience and our self-worth to say, I don't deserve this and I'm not putting up with this crap. So it has been a bit stingy for you in terms of money and career and investments. So we're going to surrender. We're going to let go. We're going to make that decision. We're going to look at what decision do I need to make with that Seven of Wands underneath that is going to put me in the best position for me. I'm surrendering that to my higher self. As I do that, then I shift things. Number 49, which is a number 4. Fours are about our foundations. The building blocks of what I'm building now is lucky, is in the flow, is in the abundance. Beautiful. Let's finish off with an angel card for you. Final message from the angels for my Aries regarding money and career. Thank you. Opportunity, there we go. The opportunity is there for you to have passion and energy and harmony and flow. It is there. It's a matter of you stepping into it. So this is your time to step into it, Aries. You've got this. I'm sending you much love. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks with your November General Tarot. All right? You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.